In this video, we have more 3x3 example solves. Here's the first one. So just looking around, we have this kind of interesting scenario. So red and green with anything on bottom is an option, and then no easy pairs. And then there's this orange. So we'll check out orange first. Orange, these two pair up in one move. These two also pair up in one move. So we have those two pairs. And then we'll check out red. So red, white, maybe. I think the best option in this case is probably green, white. We'll check out some yellows, red, yellow. These pairs are kind of bad. Green, yellow. Not much going for green and yellow, so I guess green, white's our best option here. Not the best scramble, but we can make it do. So here, we see that these solve like that. So we just need to add the edge there, and the edge is actually this one. And we notice that these can also be solved pretty quickly in one move. So I notice if I just do r wide prime, u prime, m2, that's going to solve. But before we start, we have to solve, track the dr. So from the first square, it's just going to be in the back. And what I'm thinking of doing is solving these with f moves so that this is preserved and it's just right there. So I can just do r wide prime at the end. So I'll go like this, r wide prime, and then u prime m2 to pair those in the front, and then d prime u2 fu f prime. And now I remembered that that was in the back, and I see this pair, so that's a really good case right there. I can just solve them at the same time. And now as I insert that, I saw this pair come up, and this is a good case too. Here I'm predicting CMLL, I'm going to get this case, and I know the OLCP for this. So to flip these, the normal angle flips these two, but to flip these two, you just add a wide move right here. And here, what I can actually do is, instead of doing this r wide prime, I knew the green edge is in the back, as in, before I started the alg, it was back here, but now it's right here. So what I can actually do is do just r prime, and then solve them like that. Here's the second scramble. So we see we have a lot of pairs around here. We have this one and this one. So obviously yellow, blue-yellow is a good option, but first let's check out orange-yellow, because we have this, and we also have this, but this pair is kind of bad. I mean, I guess it's decent. We can solve it with some M moves, but I'd rather not do this pair. I could also do it with R moves, I think, so I think that's how I'll do it. I'll show you that after, but let's check out blue-yellow. So blue-yellow, if we start from there, this edge is kind of in an awkward spot, so I don't think I'd want to solve that. So I think we'll just resort to this orange-yellow. So we can just solve this with R prime UR, just like that. That's how it was. And we'll find this edge first, so it's just in the corner. So we're just, the solving of this is going to be RUF, so this is going to move. And then at the end of that, this is just going to be back there, so I'll just do R wide prime back prime. This is just going to do an R wide, so it's going to be yellow here. I know my next move is R wide. So these two, and that pair in the back. Now I see this one right here, so I can solve it like this, but I see this edge here, and what I've started doing recently is when I see first block edges that are oriented, I move it to the side. So when I bring this up, these actually ended up pairing. I didn't see this corner, but since I oriented this, we can actually solve them like that. And now I see these, and for this case, I like just doing an R wide 2 to make sure this is the edge I'm looking for. So I just do R wide 2, and then we just have this pair, so I'll do U2, solve them like this. And we have an anti-soon, one of these ones. For this is one of the only CMLLs where I have to AUF with my right hand, so my left hand can get into position for it, like that. And I peeked at the bottom during the thing, so I know that's the corner I'm looking for, that's the edge I'm looking for. So easy EOLR. These two are opposite, and these two match, so it's going to be cancellation. Here's a third scramble I haven't really inspected yet, so I guess I'll take you through the process of that too. We don't have really anything going. I see this, so we can check out greens. I see this one, so we'll check out the reds. And other than that, there's nothing. So green, yellow, I don't like this. Actually, green, yellow is decent. We'll come back to that. Green, white is worse than green, yellow. We'll check out red. Red, white is terrible. And red, yellow is the best one so far. So that's good. So red, yellow, the green edge just goes in the back like that. And these two, what I can do is pair them like that. And I noticed that once I do the D to solve them in the back, this corner comes here. This is going to come up and just be here. So I can just solve the rest of the first block with UMF. And this through all that, the DR edge, is going to come to the top with the uh, RY, the two R moves. It's going to be here. So then after the M, what I'm going to do, since this is misoriented, I'm going to do a U, F, and then that it'll solve. So those in the back, bringing this here and this to the top. Once I do the D to solve that square, these two end up here. M, U to bring this on top. So when I do F, that solves that. Now here, this is one of the second block cases I really don't like because everything is kind of in this back corner, but I see this corner right here. So in this case, I just bring it down normally, except with a wide move. Sorry, I should have shown that. Just to bring everything to the top, because if I see all this garbage, I know everything's just like in a chunk back there. So I bring it down. Okay, this pair is bad, this pair's better. Solve like this. And this sets up this pair to a good case. Like that. And we see we have these two match, and this is opposite, so we just do a U, F sexy F prime. These two are opposite, so set up already, and green, green, so it's M. Fourth scramble, we see this orange-yellow pair, so that's what we're doing. The edge that goes with them is back there, so it's kind of in a bad position. But if we just do a B and then a U-wide prime, it fixes. So we're going to do B U-wide prime. The center is going to pair up with that, so R wide U-wide prime. And then the other piece is these two. So when they pair up like this, after the U-wide prime and the R wide, the edge is going to be back there. And whenever you see the edge there misoriented, it's a hint that there's a good solution to that pair, since you can just match them in the back here and do a B prime. So the whole solution is B U wide prime, R wide U wide prime. I can't really spell it out, but I'll show you what I mean. And then I can track this during that whole solution. So actually I can't. It's kind of confusing because of all the wide moves. I feel like it's going to come somewhere over here and then come on the top and be misoriented. So we'll see that, actually oriented. So we'll see that. So B U wide prime. These two, R wide, U wide prime solves this pair, and then these two are left. So I was actually right. Intuitively, I felt like this is where this piece was going to be. And now I see these two. Whenever I see a pair like this, immediately I go ahead and do that. Solve them while looking for the other edge. The corner and the edge are right there. I see those. So immediately I can go into this. We got this L case, U2. Oh, oops, what am I doing? And that doesn't change anything in LSE, so I know I can do this EOLR. These two in the back. That sets up a good arrow. And should have AOF the other way because we have this dot skip. Horizontal line, these two opposite, U2. Fifth and final scramble, we have some good stuff here. So we have this edge and then this, so that can pair up like that. And then the other pair is kind of bad, so we won't do it. These two are bad. We have this red stuff, but red isn't nice either. Let's check out red yellow. Red yellow is better, but still not great. Green, these two, decent. But the best one I found is orange white. We have these pairs. So what I can do here is I can solve this line on the left, but before I do that, I want to solve this corner to there. So I'm going to do RUB2 like that, making that line. And after the RUB2, I can just do U2R, and then that'll solve the rest of the right line. And then what's going to happen to this is after the B2 is going to be here, after the R it's going to be here, so it's going to be misoriented in the bottom, which is kind of sucks, but like I don't think there's much I can do about it in this situation, so I just deal with that. So RUB2 solves that line, and then I can solve this line over there, solve it, and I remembered that was over there, and the whole time I was tracking the stuff that's on top. So I see this edge. So what I'm going to do is M prime to place that in the back, and I remember where it is. Now I'm going to orient this corner while I'm inserting it. So now I have them both green, which is perfect. Always try looking out for those types of influencing things you can do while inserting DR. And then at the end of that, I influence this to make it like this, and then I can just insert, and I know I'm getting a soon. So I can just do that. These two. Green, green, and it's going to be M. Thanks for watching.